Right. Apologies if I look a bit rough. I've just got back from work. Um, right. I knew there'd be something. I was waiting for it. From the council, they indeed will be getting a letter from me this week. Because I thought this might happen. Firstly, I shall say I had a voicemail on Wednesday lunchtime, so almost 3 days ago now. Well, actually, pretty much 3 days ago. From a police sergeant who wanted to speak to me about my complaint. Now, I can imagine what that might be, but I'm seriously none the wiser. I just don't know. Anyway, he wasn't very forthcoming. So much so to the point that he didn't actually leave a number for me to contact him on. And he said he will be in touch in the near future. I think he said he was looking forward to being in touch in the near future, actually. I'm not sure. I played the voicemail, but there's nothing on it as such. It doesn't go into any detail about anything. So that was just bizarre. Maybe he's got a week off, I don't know. But then why phone me just before you're going on a week off? Because he said something about his task for today or something was to speak to me. Honestly, it must have been one of the 2-minute periods of a day that I'm not with my phone at all times. So I got this through from the council. Notice of legal action against Mr. Paul Dacres. Now, the actual outstanding amount for last year, which I never paid because the court order was wrong, bear that in mind, was £448.84. They were trying to whack me £1,152.25, I think it was. And all that was court fees. 145 quid he actually said in court they charged for the arrest warrant, which they print themselves. Jesus. So take notice that you have still not paid your council tax despite many requests and action by the enforcement agents. Yes, when I was illegally arrested. See illegal arrest part 1, part 2 and part 2.2 if you're not sure on that one on the channel. Huntingdonshire District Council will now take action in one of the following ways. Application for your committal to prison. Petition for you to be made bankrupt if your debt exceeds £5,000. Well, it doesn't, but you crack on and make me bankrupt because I've already got 2 illegal CCJs on my credit file pushed through by these bulk business courts when there's no actual court hearing. Rather like you people at the council may as well not bother having a court hearing because you find everyone guilty before they turn up. For fuck's sake. Right, am I not speaking English? I mean, some people leave comments and stuff on the channel and that's always very helpful and they seem to understand me. Am I not speaking council language? You have to correct the court order. You can't just send out threatening letters. I know you're watching. And I know you got the letter I sent you a few weeks ago when I offered you a fair and impartial court trial with a proper judge on Monday the 3rd of October, which it's now too late to do anything about. Which you know, which is probably why you waited to now to send out this letter. But what you'll say is you didn't get my letter because you're a bunch of lying bastards. Failure to supply employment details. Don't recall being asked for them. But they have sent me a hand, rather like the Chief Constable the other week, when he sent me his illegal MGD4 form. They have sent me a rather handy, so I can divulge all my personal information without knowing who's looking at it. Because it says, please return this form to local taxation section. Who's in that? How many people are in that? I'm not having 20 people looking at all my personal details. You fucking retards. God. No wonder I've got a hernia, is it? So again, what we see is rather like the MGD form from the Chief Constable who personally put his name on it. Not signed it, but personally put his name on it. Again, what we see is attempting to contract me into a financial arrangement by compulsion of threat. under duress. That is, kids. However, to carry on, in addition to this, you have not supplied details of your employment income, and you may be liable to pay a court fine and get a criminal record unless you complete the enclosed form accurately and return it to the above address. How can you get a criminal record for not filling in a fucking form? Seriously? If you complete the form and it is possible to deduct money direct from your income, then the legal action may be suspended while payments are received. Well, yes, they'd like that, wouldn't they? Because then they could take it all at once. I'm now under the guidelines of the recovery team, apparently. I've never heard of them before. I think they've just made them up. How to pay. Well, all I can say is the letters going off this weekend will be recorded. It's a recorded delivery, that is. And of course, no signature. Not a signature in sight. So, I'll put it in the bin now. I've got an envelope with HTC's address stamped on the back of it. And an address to contact, which could be anyone. I'm not kidding, guys. I mean, yes, okay. If you get a letter with the council's address on the back of it or the police's address on the... Okay, it probably has come from the council or the police. But there's no fucking signatures. There's no individual names. This is because they know they're acting illegally. If all this was legal and above board, they'd have someone's legible signature, they'd have their name typed underneath, they'd have their position probably, and probably even a direct phone number either to that office or to that person's desk. Not a signature in fucking sight. You know what that gets used for, don't you? And let's face it, the complaint that the sergeant wanted to investigate that I'd made would probably involve me being arrested for crossing the street in a funny manner or something. Because last time I sent about 17 criminal offences to the Chief Constable, and he focused on the fact that I wasn't paying my council tax because I was banned from contacting the council. Which, by the way, I've spoken to a lawyer, and that is a legal thing. I was quite right to withhold my council tax on that basis. It's just the magistrate that disagreed with the lawyer. Just when you think they won't do anything more stupid than the last thing they did. I'll see you all later.